Hello, everybody. I'm Ariana, and welcome to my daily mental health. Today we have Bella Aldridge. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. And so we will explore how mental health impacts on the dance environment. So let's introduce yourself.
Okay.
First.
Hi, my name is Bella, and I am originally from Maryland.
You're a professional dancer?
I am a professional dancer, yes. And I moved to New York about 6 years ago for dance.
Okay.
And I'm still here.
So, first of all, thank you very much for being part of this project. And the first question will be, how does taking care of mental health impact your job satisfaction and your performance as well?
For dancers, the mind-body connection is super important for class and for rehearsal and for performance. So making sure our mental health is in a good place is super important so that we can physicalize all of the things that we need to while we're rehearsing and performing. And when we take good care of our mental health, our physical performance is much better, and the job and our satisfaction with ourselves in our workplace, I think, is much better too.
What practices or activities you do for balance your mental health and your work life?
There are 3 things that are really important for me. The first one is just taking care of my body at the end of a long dance day. So that means, giving myself a massage, taking a hot bath, or using my massage gun.
The Theragun.
Yes. To work out the tension in my muscles so that physically I'm ready for the next day. And I'm setting myself up already to wake up feeling refreshed and not super tired physically.
This is a kind of self-care, right?
Self-care, of course.
Okay. And I have a game. So we are going to pick a stick about self-care.
Okay.
You can choose it.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Yep.
Okay.
First of all, let me check. Yes, you're right.
Okay. Should I read it? Truth. What are your main goals for this month, and how can you support yourself in reaching them?
Turn around.
Okay. Dare. This week, take 30 to 60 minutes every day to energize your body. Swim, walk, run, dance, bike.
Wow.
Or do whatever physical activity you enjoy. Okay.
Which one do you want to practice this week?
I think I should think about my goals for the month. Because we're now about 1 week into November, and
new season.
Yeah, it's a new season, so I should think, what do I want to achieve this month? And I've been thinking a lot about my New Year's resolutions that I set at the beginning of 2024. Fingers crossed, yes. So I think I need to take some time to look at the goals I set at the beginning of the year and look at the ones that I haven't reached yet and set some plans in motion for making sure those goals are achieved by the end of 2024.
Okay, but when you have expectations, actually in dance, high expectation, how you manage the high expectation of this environment and also to perform in a show in front of many people?
Managing expectations for me has been like a journey of learning how to do it. I think for my my expectations of myself, I really have to remember that I'm not in any rush. I will reach my goals as I am ready to reach them. And so in this way, I try to remind myself that I have plenty of time, even though in a very high, fast-paced environment like New York, but also just like in the world we live in, I have to slow myself down and be really mindful about how am I approaching my goals, and am I being really intentional about the way that I'm trying to achieve them, or am I in a rush, and is my rush inhibiting me? So I just remind myself of the things that I'm good at, even though I'm always on a journey to improve in dance.
And do it like step by step.
Step by step, yes.
And when you say mindful, you also practice mindfulness or some breathing technique?
Yes, before performances, breathing is really important for me, just to kind of set my intention for the performance and also prepare my body. So as dancers, we warm our bodies up before we take class, before we rehearse, and before we perform. And when I'm warming up, I'm being really mindful of my inhales and exhales as I need. So
do you use some special technique? Okay.
So I like the cubic breathing technique.
Okay. So it's like inhale, how many seconds you use?
I do in increments of 2. So 2, 4, 6, and 8.
Okay, so
inhale 2, hold 2,
and
exhale 2. Yes. And then I work my way up or down.
So finally, what are the main factors that might cause you discomfort
in dance?
Yes.
I think that when dancers are training at a young age, they're in a classroom full of other dancers, and if their intention is really to become a professional, it's, you know, dance is competitive. There's auditions, and we want featured roles, and
you also dance with maybe the same choreography with other people, right?
Yes. So
you're like also as a reflection of other dancers.
Yes. So you're always working with other dancers, more often than not, essentially. And it can be hard not to compare yourself and your improvement to the improvement of others. And I think that for me, the older I've gotten, the better I've become at just realizing that the only person I'm in competition with is myself, and that my progress is my progress. It's not really linked to anyone else. I take time to appreciate my wins, and that helps me. That has helped me appreciate other people's wins as well. You know, like, I am so supportive of my colleagues, and instead of comparing myself to my colleagues, I just appreciate them for who they are and take time to appreciate myself for who I am as an artist and also a regular human being.
Exactly.
And
because also dance, it's a way to express an art. But there is a dance that it's called Gaga.
Yes.
It's kind of body language with dance. How it is?
So there's a class that I really like to take. It's called Gaga, and it's a technique created by a man named Ohad Naharin. And the purpose of the class is to get in touch with your body and your habits, your movement habits. It's also an improvisation-based class. So we are working with sensations and processing different feelings and senses to embody certain imagery that the teacher gives us. And
you feel like relief?
Yes, it's at the end of class, I always feel super liberated, and I feel a release, because the purpose of class is not to produce a certain shape or movement style. It's to really
go with the flow.
Go with the flow, yes. And it's about how it feels, not how it looks. And in that way, it's super different from, you know, certain rehearsals and certain choreographies that we may be learning as dancers. And it's just nice to listen to your body and do what it's telling you. And then also try and redirect sometimes, you know, and work against what your body wants to do.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
We should use it like every day, few minutes to
release.
exactly all the stress of the day,
Yeah.
and just set you up again.
Yes.
So thank you for this chat. It was wonderful, and of course that this will help a lot of dancers to understand how mental health can impact positively to the performance. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.